main event was able to be showcased on TV, and we got to really see a guy in Penta who, again, kind of hasn't had that much TV time himself as far as being featured. I've talked to you a little bit about that. This was really an awesome opportunity for the world to see what Penta is capable of, going head-to-head against somebody like Kenny Omega, who is universally regarded as one of the best in the absolute world. This match was just – it's hard to choose what was the match of the night. This one was absolutely brutal. These guys went at it. You could tell there was some physicality to it, and I really liked the personality that Kenny brought to the match. To me, it was a continuation of what we've been seeing. He's leaning into the cleaner gimmick more and more, and I think we're starting to see that ego coming out that was always kind of hidden over the first year of AEW. SPD, give us your first thoughts on this, because I know that you were anticipating this all week. You were so excited. I know that you were probably counting down the moments to see the Chop Fest.
Yeah.
And they definitely delivered on some of those chops. Those were unbelievable. What were your thoughts on the match, man?
Oh, I'm a huge Chop fan. I've delivered some and taken some from all of y'all. So the entrance is a 10 out of 10, and I hope they just keep turning up that entrance. It is so great. I can't wait till Kenny gets a broom in his hand and starts sweeping his way to the ring. So it's awesome when they put the luchador mask on the
that was a cool touch.
The cleaners.
They crossed the brooms, right? They crossed the brooms for him to go underneath them.
Yep, that was cool.
I didn't even notice that. But the match was a 10 out of 10. This was fantastic. And when the chops came, I was cringing of the pain. I asked you before, I was like, who would you rather have a chop from, Penta L0M or the Big Show? And honestly, I would rather have one from the Big Show, because Penta gives the cleanest chops and the loudest chops. Oh my gosh.
This picture is funny moment.
Yeah. But overall, the match, it was nice to see a longer match with Kenny, with the new Kenny here in AEW.
He was pushed a little bit in this match, right?
And Penta looked extremely strong, as always. I think I've talked about it before, the Lucha Brothers are the best tag in the world. And solo, those guys are amazing. So this was a pay-per-view quality match to me, the right match to end the show, and definitely an elite, home run elite, in my opinion.
Yeah,
I think we're gonna have a clean sweep on this one.
Oh, this is an elite for me, big time.
Yeah.
For me, I like Pentagon going into the tournament. Now he lost twice, and I like him more, which goes to show you how badass he is. He lost twice in a row, and I like the guy more. And it's like, how do you do that? I don't know anyone else that's ever done that.
That's true.
That's so well said, man. We were talking about it before the podcast about who our performers of the night were going to be.
Yeah.
And I was torn. Penta showed out tonight. And I'm with you, man. I think that's a really good point by you, that he somehow lost 2 matches in a tournament, but he looks phenomenal coming out of it. Yep. Right?
Omega looks crazy too. I mean, like you guys said, just to iterate on a couple of your points, I'm not a fan of the different belts coming in, because now we have three outsiders, right? With 2 hours of TV, and then you have 3 belts coming in with like Thunder Rosa's. Well, was Thunder Rosa's, and now is Serena's NWA belt, the FTW strap, and then this one tonight. I mean, it's relevant, I guess, to the storyline sometimes, but I think I like having AEW belts be like prestigious, and that's all you see, and it makes them mean more. Just a personal taste thing.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. I think that, like, with this matchup in particular, I think Kenny, it played into the story, right? Yeah. Like, it was kind of like him rubbing salt into the wound of the Lucha Bros, kind of reminding them that he's beat them before and he'll beat them again. Because he did get that title off of Phoenix. So I thought that was, again, and that leans into Kenny being more and more of like
egotistic.
Buying into his own hype, being a little bit more egotistical. So I like that. I do get what you're saying, though. I mean, like, we're starting to see, a little bit too much of that outside influence being impacting AEW television.
Yeah.
Especially when we think about, like, Joey Janela was off last week's show because of COVID-related reasons on another, like, independent program that he was on, right? So just AEW needs to be a little careful with I respect what they're doing as far as allowing their wrestlers to travel the world and make a good living for themselves and to build their own name. But there does come a point when you do need to recognize, like, there are certain guys who are your stars and you need to bank on them, right? And Kenny,
for sure.
Kenny is AEW, right? There's no denying that. This match was probably for me, I was most excited about this one just because I knew what they're capable of. I obviously was really geeked about Wardlow versus Hangman because I've been on the Wardlow train. I think that those two they brought it to each other. That one did not disappoint. But I know what these two guys were capable of, and I knew it was going to be a great match, and it delivered. I mean, it was absolutely phenomenal. Truly, like, I want to see it again. I want to see these guys fight again. I don't know what else to say. I want to see Omega and Penta. I want to see Omega versus Phoenix. And then because we didn't get – that's the crazy thing too is, like, this match is so much different than what Omega versus Phoenix would have been.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, how that would have been booked. How that would have played out from a physicality standpoint, right? Like, Kenny going up against Phoenix would have been far more, like, I think a little faster paced, right? Would have been way different stylistically, but it was absolutely brutal. Some of the moves that these guys pulled off on each other, the cradle pile driver that Penta dropped on Kenny was brutal. I know, Sean, you always worry about those pile drivers. That one was absolutely brutal. And I thought Kenny's V triggers tonight all of them looked like they killed Penta. I mean, like, the one where Penta was on his knees leaning into the ropes and Kenny, like, hit it. I was just like, holy shit. Like,
the Canadian Destroyer on the outside too, with that, like, the pile drivers and the Destroyer tonight had me, like, not on my kind of cringing. Like, I was marking out that oh man, Omega's about to be, like, on the shelf.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think that, like, one of the things that happens, right, is, like, AEW is known for a lot of their guys doing a lot of crazy spots that sometimes are overkill, right? Like, you're going to forget about that spot a week from now. I know that there's a lot of critics out there that put AEW down for that because a lot of these guys do, like, the Canadian Destroyer, like, it's just a DDT, right? Like, they do all these, like, but – to me, this match featured a lot of stuff that I will remember and I want to see more of. I want to see these guys back in the ring together. Their chemistry was phenomenal. It really showcased what Penta is capable of, and I think allowing him to push Kenny to that limit from a pure physicality standpoint. I mean, Penta's brutal. And that's what I tried to emphasize last week, and we pushed it on social media this week. And Penta actually he shared that was Penta's offense does not get recognized for how targeted and brutal it can be. The guy is smart, like, he's cerebral in the ring. The guy is focused. His offense is no wasted motion. He's not one of these guys that, like, his stuff looks like it hurts, and that I love that. I love that about him. And that was really one of the reasons why I was so conflicted. I wanted to give Penta my star of the night, guys. Who was your performer of the evening? Who stole the show in your eyes?
I mean, hands down, Kenny Omega.